Don't pick your nose on camera, Jeff. Welcome back. It is your regularly scheduled Thursday weekly update. And, was it? It is? Huh. Well, welcome to your Friday update. I'm Pastor Jeff, and I'll be your host for our weekly update. And here is what is going on in the church this week. I don't have enough time to tell you everything that is going on in the church this week because there's so much going on in the church this week. And that's why this is happening on Friday instead of Thursday, because it was a crazy week. One of the things that the pastors are doing now are some home visits. And yesterday, Pastor James and I went on a bunch of home visits and had a great time. And we got to see some face to face folks and sat down with them and prayed with them and chatted with them. And it was a great time. So if you want to be on that list, let us know. office@gracelongmont.org. We are extending the list, and Pastor Matt's going to join us, and some of the elders might join us as well. So we are going to come to your door and say hello. One of the things we learned yesterday on that is there's still a lot of strong opinions about being open or not being open, about masks or not masks, and that's fine. There's a time and a place for those battles, and that's great. And you should totally fight those to the extent that your conscience allows. The church, Grace Church, not going to be the battleground for that stuff. So here's what we're committed to. We're committed to doing things the way the Bible says, as best as we understand the Bible. That's the heart of our bylaw rewrite as well. We're going to be open this week. We're going to be open at 8:30 and 10 like we were last week with kids ministry, with social distancing, and we're going to have a great time. And you can make your own choice if you want to come. And that's the way we're going to do it for now. Last week, we had a great time on Sunday with the two services at 8:30 and 10. And we had great kids ministry going. And so we're going to continue that. Wednesdays are also going great. Our youth ministry is moved into the old youth room, which is now the chapel, because there's so many. And to keep them safe and socially distanced as best we can, as best as high schoolers will, that's where they have to go. But it's great to feel the energy on a Wednesday night and to hear the voices again. And so come on out for those. Speaking of youth ministry, our youth pastor search committee is continuing to press forward, and we're getting very, very close. So be on the lookout for some announcements for that. We're very excited. We think the Lord is leading us well in that area. So that's moving well. Some other congregational things going on. The bylaw committee is finalizing our second draft of the proposed bylaws based on the feedback we've been getting and some of the pushback we've been getting, and that should be in the members' hands early next week, because on the 24th we are going to have another big town hall Q&A at 11:30 after the services that Sunday to go through the second draft. The goal here is to take all the input we're getting and try and work it in as best we can to the big picture direction we're trying to go here, which is to get more biblical in our organization. And so we're listening well, and we're putting all that in, so you should have that as members early next week. The 31st is a regularly scheduled quarterly business meeting at 6:30 in the evening. We're not going to really talk bylaws that night because we have all these other opportunities to have those discussions, but it is still important, and there are a couple business items we're going to discuss. So if you're a member, that's back-to-back weeks, one right after the service at 11:30 on the 24th and one at 6:30 in the evening on the 31st. A couple other things that are going on. We're going to be starting our elements class coming up here soon, and that'll be during the 10 o'clock hour on Sundays. So you can come to the 8:30 service and then go to that if you want to become a member or learn more about Grace Church, our history, why we do what we do. So be on the lookout for that. Grace Latino is also going to be doing a spring version of the Elements class in Spanish. So at our April business meeting, we will likely have new members from Grace Latino and Grace Anglo, which will be great. And speaking of Grace Latino, on January 31st, that Sunday, that will be a multi-ethnic service at 8:30 and 10, and that'll be a great time, and we'll be doing baptisms that day as well. So if you would like to be baptized, let us know, office@gracelongmont.org. Now, this coming Sunday, we have something pretty special. We're going through our series in Luke, and we'll be in Luke 13, the very beginning, and it's one of the more difficult passages to understand, and because I've been so busy, I have invited a very good friend to come and bring the message for us. And so if you've been paying attention to my announcements over the last couple months about the 10-minute Bible hour that my old college friend who is a free church pastor has been doing, he is going to be our guest speaker on Sunday. So you won't want to miss that. He's awesome. His name's Matt Whitman. And if you want to find out more about him before he comes, you can look up 10-minute Bible hour videos on this here YouTube website. So want to invite you back for that. It's going to be a great week. We will have kids ministry again, and we'll hope to see you then. So until next time, I'm Jeff, and you're you, and this is Tom Servo, and God is still God. See ya.